Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Vince McSham with you here, and Collision, I believe, is getting ready to kick off here in just a minute. So totally forgot all about this thing, to be honest with you. Got a lot of other stuff going on, but at the moment I was kind of not looking to do anything in particular, and that's when I happened to just see something online and said, oh, it's that night, is it? Thought we'd pop in and take a look at it. We can do a watch along, and I'll give you my thoughts as we go here. Expectations are low. I'm not going to lie. I still don't like AEW. I don't think I'm going to like it any better after tonight, but we'll see. You know, it's a new game. It's a new day, new show. We'll see if they can't do something different, but we'll see how that turns out. Corey's here. Judas El Terrible's here. DHW is here, and I'm sure a few other people will jump in as we go. I'm going to make sure that the volume isn't loud enough for you guys to hear it, even though it's on free TV. I don't need a copyright strike. I just got the last one removed and would like to keep it that way. So they're just finishing up with one of the Marvel flicks there. I'm not sure which one it was, but I saw Iron Man and I saw, what's her name there? Scarlett Johansson, who is freaking hot as shit. If I've heard correctly, CM Punk's supposed to come back tonight. Yay, who gives a shit? CM Punk and FTR in the 6-man tag match. Okay, well. How many commercial breaks will they take during that one? We will find out together. Oh, Elton John, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. I heard that they were using one of his songs. I didn't hear which one, but I guess that kind of fits. Wonder how much we had to pay for that. Well, I got to tell you, I do like Elton John songs. This one in particular. It's a good fit. Let's see how it looks. I mean, it is such a ripoff of Monday Nitro. It's not funny. The logos, the color scheme, everything. Jay, I sent you a link. Did you get it? Check your Twitter. And, of course, the Chicago crowd is all wound up for CM Punk. It sounds like he hasn't been selling so great at other locations after that, though. Definitely got a capacity crowd on his. This is a 1-hour show. Please tell me it's a 1-hour show. All right, man. We'll see you when you get here. Hoopa! Slow ahead if you please. As usual, they don't waste any time bringing him back on screen. Are they going to start right out with the 6-man match? Some buzz the hair down. Still looks like he needs a sandwich. JH in the house. We're definitely going to be going live on the 28th at midnight. Might only be like a couple hours. It's going to be late in the fucking evening or early in the morning, however you want to look at it. So, and I do got to bounce into work the next morning for just a couple hours at least. So, all right, let's see what. Oh yeah, CM Punk has the new Rowdy Roddy Piper shirt, which points for originality, I guess. What's up with that? Blaze Radio. Blaze Radio in the house. What's up, man? Oh, I'm not on the AEW bandwagon at all. I am simply watching it because it is the first show for Collision, which already looks very much like Monday Nitro. So, as usual, Tony Khan is, if he had an original thought in his head, it would get lonely and die of despair. Prime time, what's up? All right, here we go. Punk is tired of being nice. He's already burying the Bucks. Punk looks old. He is old. Not so sure I'm in love with you, but that's all right. Now, I can't put any of the volume out. I'll get copyright strikes for it. So it's on free TV. I'm just watching along, man. I got to keep the volume all the way down. What's he got around his neck? Is he wearing gloves? He can't afford to get much off his chest. A pair of shoes. Okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, it was all right, I guess. He's done better promos than that. But yeah, he got his point across, got his shots in on the Bucks. We knew he was going to do that. Okay, well, there's that. And now we're hyping the TNT Championship match. Blood on the knuckles. It's got to be Moxley. Now, you got to keep in mind, I have not watched AEW programming in months, so I have no idea what's going on. Apparently, Wardlow's getting a TNT shot or something. Neil Hooper on board already. By the way, if anyone watched last Thursday's Impact, I want to know what you thought about it. I'll tell you my thoughts after. I'd rather hear you guys first if you watched it. Christian Cage. Let me tell you why AEW is nothing more than TNA 2.0. The Dixie years. Because they check every box. You got a super fan for the owner. Check. Who doesn't know shit about the business? Check. Who has a roster made up of majority talent they had nothing to do with creating, and it's over the hill, past its prime. Check, check. Zero booking ability. Check. No original ideas. Check. I mean, even the broadcast team is being stolen from their opponents. Primetime, you liked Impact. I'll say this. It was the first episode where I thought to myself, good God, that's like watching a WWE show. And I didn't mean it in a good way. It was like all fucking talking all night. That's what happened to the wrestling. It's what you guys do best. That opening promo spot, it was way too fucking long. Like 10 minutes too long. And then it's just like everybody and their mother was in on it. And next thing you know, you have a tag team mixed match. No, what a fucking train wreck that was. I had no use for this Thursday show. I thought it was terrible. I thought they completely abandoned their formula. I'm not sure if that's worse than having no formula like Tony over here has. He's basically just rinsing and repeating a combination of the old WCW and, like I said, TNA during the Dixie years. Well, primetime, if it looks tight, it's probably because it looks awfully familiar. You're having some of those little retro memories. So we got Luchasaurus going up against Wardlow. Okay. I might need some 5-hour energy to get through this one. Joining me here live, the one, the only J-Rocks.
What's up?
Nada. I presume you're watching this.
I will if I can get Twitter to work on my computer.
Oh, okay. Well, so far you're not missing a damn thing, but
no, I've been listening, and you're right. I haven't missed shit. So
by CM Punk standards, that promo was maybe a 5.
Ooh, that's nasty.
What the hell was that under the ring? Or who was that under the ring?
Probably who?
Christian Cage. Did I mention 50-year-old wrestlers from other promotions making up half their roster?
Hey, that's WCW.
That's TNA.
Yeah, that was too. Yeah.
And what do they all have in common? They failed. One of them went completely out of business. The other one still can't dig themselves out of the hole.
Yeah, they try. Impact tries.
Yeah, but then they had this Thursday and really screwed the pooch.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It was like a Monday Night Raw episode. It was just nonstop promos.
Wow. That's very unusual for them.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? The opening promo went like 20 minutes long, felt 30, and literally had everybody in the roster practically come out before it was all said and done. Music interruptions. And next thing you know, they built up to Santino coming out and saying, oh, tonight in the main event, I'm going to have all of you fighting a 2-time. You got a 5-on-5 match featuring women and men on both sides. It was a clusterfuck.
Wow.
They had one good match on there, and I'm trying to remember even what it was. I think it was the no, Motor City didn't wrestle, did they? Now, I'll say the only thing that saved the promo spot was Motor City Machine Guns, and in particular, I like the fact that Alex Shelley's little yup thing is getting over because I think it's perfect. I think that's perfect. Right before the pay-per-view, Macklin gets in his face, says, "You think you can beat me?" And he just looks at him and goes, "Yup."
I was going to say they just came off a decent pay-per-view, didn't they?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't their best, but it wasn't bad. And it was live. Finally, they got something live on the Impact Plus channel. I'm like, what the fuck am I paying for if I can't watch nothing live?
Right.
And then they got Slammiversary, which normally is a solid show. They set it all up for D'Amore. Now he's going to actually be in a match, which, yeah, don't know that we needed that. And you're trying to make him like standing up to Bully Ray as an equal, then you kind of bury Bully Ray by doing that.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see. Let's try it this way.
Primetime says, "What's up?
What's up?" Yeah, I saw a lot of guys there in the chat. I was just trying to get some stuff done. I'd been out running all day and came home and got ready to get in the shower, saw your thing pop for the show. I was like, well, hell, let me jump in, at least say hi real quick. Then you go.
Don't you be looking at my thing popping.
Yeah. Then you go, did you get my link? I'm like, damn it. Give me 5 minutes. Now my computer ain't wanting to load nothing, so.
It probably just doesn't want you putting this shit on it.
I don't blame it. I really don't. 3 main shows. Fuck off.
Thing is, if you have 3 main shows and they all suck, does it really matter? It's kind of like the tree in the forest.
I take it we're talking about WWE with that?
No, we're talking about this being their 3rd show. And if there is no actual B show, I mean, you got Dynamite, you got Collision, you got, what's the other shit?
Rampage.
There you go.
No, I thought it might have referred to WWE because I know they've been kicking around the idea of making NXT a full brand alongside SmackDown and Raw. So,
I would love to see that happen because I'll tell you what, I cannot get enough of The Rock's daughter on TV. Nothing makes me get glued to the TV set like that one.
Yeah, after that match a week or so ago, when they went against Diamond Mine, somebody posted on Twitter, they were like, what did you think of The Rock's daughter? And I said, she's green as shit, has no business wrestling. She should be in there, somewhere training. I said, Ivy Niles had to fucking carry her ass through every spot that they were fucking in. I was like, do you want me to go on?
Yeah, I mean, when I watch her, and I didn't even get to see the match. I've only heard about it, and I've only seen her promos, if you want to even call them that. And I think to myself, well, you know what they say, talent skips a generation, so maybe it's just ain't gonna happen. I have zero belief that she is ever going to become a Charlotte or a Bailey or anything like that.
No.
She ain't got the look, she ain't got the style, she definitely doesn't have the in-ring ability.
The personality isn't there. At least if she had the personality, it'd be something to build on. But she has nothing to build on. Her in-ring work is shit.
Yeah, and it's not like she's a rookie. I mean, she has had over a year now,
right?
With the highest level of training you can get. So, is Shelley going to lose the belt? I don't think he's going to. I think he'll retain it. It might be some shenanigans or what have yous, and then there'll be a return match. Eventually, he's going to lose the belt to Nick Aldis. But I wouldn't be surprised if they draw it out for over a month or two.
So, did Shelley win the...
Yeah, he's the new world champion.
Okay.
Yeah, finally, after 20 years, he got it.
Nice. And did Chris Sabin actually pick up the X division too?
Yep.
Nice. So a tag team's got 2 singles titles. That's excellent.
Exactly.
And they're both talented. I can't complain about that.
I mean, fucking Shelley's like Dick Clark. He never ages.
You're right.
Walter Johnson. I don't know if we can say good and AEW Collision in the same sentence. But I'll take your meaning. Yeah, AEW Dark during COVID days wasn't terrible.
No.
It is now. Well, it was now. It's canceled, but no, I mean, not. Carrying Cross's new finisher. What is it?
Oh, so I actually saw. I didn't watch SmackDown yet, but I saw a clip of that. He put AJ up on his shoulder, and then he like went for almost like a reverse F5, and AJ came flat down. It was nice. I mean,
I don't even remember what his old finisher was. I just remember it was sucked.
It was the cross jacket that choke.
Sucked.
No, this looks like a cross between an F5 and a face buster, and it actually looked really good.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, Wardlow could not hold Luchasaurus, and he had him in a tombstone position, almost dropped him on his fucking head.
Oh my God.
Wardlow with the swanton. And the crowd starts chanting, "Fuck Jeff Hardy."
Oh, Lord.
Primetime, I'm with you, man. I am getting more and more behind Ace Austin and Chris Bay. I think they're a tremendously gifted tag team. Would not be at all surprised to see both of them get signed on by WWE.
Yeah, but the question is, would they use them right in WWE?
Yeah, they probably would. And Luchasaurus gets the win after 50-year-old Christian Cage gets involved.
Lord have mercy.
Neil, I'm glad I ain't the only one because I said the same thing. Charlotte looks like fucking Cher.
Oh, I noticed that on Friday night.
I mean, just dye the hair dark and have if I could turn back time. Shit.
Do you believe?
All you gotta do is flip the hair and do the thing. And it's like, man.
Yeah, she could have the pouty lips and everything. Yep. And I don't. That whole storyline between Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca, it makes my brain hurt.
I'm just tired of Bianca. She had a very long run. Let her go away for a month or two so we can try to miss her.
Yeah. Well, I think what they're doing is they want to revert her back to her heel image that she had in NXT, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
Well, then they should have left the belt on her for another year. Would have done it. They were already on their way. Do you think artist formerly known as Sasha Banks will pop up in AEW after she's healed?
Yes. Forbidden Door.
Yeah, Forbidden Door is a strong possibility. Wouldn't surprise me.
Nope. I mean, she's already had talks with Tony, so.
Yeah, well, Tony talks to everybody. Apparently had a very good conversation with Bill Goldberg. The more he talks, the more I'm hearing Donald Trump.
For what? A retirement tour for him?
Oh, he won't say anything more than that. He had a good conversation. I've known Bill for a very long time. We had a conversation. It was a perfect conversation.
It'll be huge.
Nobody bothered to ask him if he had a conversation with Ryback, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Wardlow got screwed. What the Triple H? Like I said, if Tony had an original idea, it would die of loneliness. Carrion's new finisher is a modified pump handle flatline. I'm going to have to go check this video out.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how he got him up, but yeah, Big JH is right. He pump handled him up on his shoulder, then spun him around and flatlined him. I knew there was a spin in there somewhere.
Is the move in the game?
No, nobody can find it. People are asking how they can try to find something close to it.
Charlotte looks like she's on the pipe. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be mean, but yeah.
Give her another rack.
She's looking kind of rough, man. How old is Charlotte now? She's looking like she's in her 40s.
Yeah, she's probably early 40s right now.
No, I don't think she is. I think she's probably 36.
Let's Google this. Give me a minute. Do it. Do it. Do it.
This show put me to sleep.
I do like the fact that they finally gave the other title to fucking Chris Statlander. I will say that.
Yeah, and I kind of like the way she won it too. That was actually one of the things I could sit through.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
Cooper thinks she looks 60.
Well, on a bad day, or I don't know, maybe on a good day. Who knows?
And the thing about her right now is like all of the pizzazz is gone.
Yeah.
You know, there was a day where Charlotte was like, "Oh man, you gonna get your ass kicked? Charlotte's here," and now that just doesn't. You know, oh damn man, you're gonna have a good match. Charlotte's here. E-Paul says she's 37. I was fucking close.
Okay, I can go with that because Russia's fucking with my internet now, so can't get Google, can't get nothing loaded. I'm pissed off. This is bullshit.
I'll tell you what. And on that
I mean, that's close enough to early 40s for me. So
on that note, we'll take a quick break and be right back.
This morning, new details about 35-year-old Ashley Babbitt, who was shot and killed by a Capitol police officer.
We haven't talked about race. This was a white lash.
A Fox 10 News alert out of Phoenix, where Republican Carrie Lake has filed an election-related lawsuit.
It was unprovoked, but this is what Russian President Vladimir Putin unleashed on Ukraine.
Today we witnessed the most evil and heinous abuse of power in the history of our country. A corrupt sitting president had his top political opponent arrested on fake and fabricated charges.
All right. God save the Queen, man.
That's Amendment 1. You can join me on Rumble for that. That's where we're going to be doing the politic talks. And I'm thinking of doing something tomorrow, probably around the noon hour, if I can get all my stuff together here. I got a bunch of video clips and stuff like that there. But Just so much going on in the world makes me want to get crazy. And I figure, well, at least I'll have some sort
You
of.
want to get nuts? Let's
You
get
want to
nuts.
get nuts. We got a bunny alert. Man, she went from actually being some part of the program to just like, oh, that's not Bunny. Wait, is it Bunny? No, it's what's her name? Hart, Julia Hart.
Oh, House of Black Heart.
Yeah, they all look the same, man. Bleach blonde, little. So Murphy's going up against who?
Who did say?
Oh,
I caught that
Andrade.
earlier.
Andrade Idolo. Well, that'll put asses in the seats. Did I mention that Tony Khan and his programming reminds me a lot of WCW in its later years in TNA wrestling?
Yeah, a couple times.
That I'm like, might as well start just yelling, "Hey, we're live in the Impact Zone here over at Universal Studios."
The bad part about it is it'll probably be a good match between them, but they rarely use them. Nobody gives a shit.
Honestly, that might be the best way to sum it up. I just don't give a shit. They've done such a piss poor job of storytelling. I mean, you look at the fucking Bloodline and how that's still going, and just when you think it's worn itself out, they have a show like last night, and they put a little spark back in it. That was some good shit.
Yep.
And that gives it another month or at least of material to work off of. At some point in time, one of these other Bloodline guys who's either going to be, from MLW or wherever else, they got a couple of them out there floating around, is going to show up at a pay-per-view out of nowhere, and they're going to start rebuilding their numbers. It's not going to just be him and Solo forever.
Or you could go the reverse. Somebody could come to join Jay and Jimmy and outnumber Roman.
At some point in time, but I don't think immediately, only because they're not getting that belt off Roman anytime soon. I mean, Pedro's record goes next Friday.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Triple H gave him a brand new title, an actual unified title. Why the fuck is Heyman still carrying around the other two? Why? Why?
His shoulders are under rehab.
Oh my God.
It was I actually thought of you when I saw him sitting in the locker room and he had the little mountain of championships.
I saw that and it made I was like,
I said, as soon as I saw this, Jay's having a fucking heart attack right now.
I mean, if that's the case, you shouldn't have taken away the belt from Asuka and fucking Rhea. Let them carry fucking 2 titles out too. Fuck it. Everybody gets 2 titles. You get a title. You get a title. Here's 2 for you. Let's just give everybody fucking titles. It'll be like sports now. Everybody gets a participation trophy. What the hell?
20 championships and 2 champions.
Right. We can bring back one of the old Intercontinental titles. Let fucking Gunther carry 2 of those around. We got 2 tag team titles, so they're set.
M. Hawk's a fan of the House of Black. I was way back in the day when they first
out,
and then they just didn't do shit with them. They couldn't keep it going, and you had the whole mental breakdown with what's his name there?
Malachi,
Malachi Black. Yeah, so long I forgot the name they gave him.
Malachi Alistair, yeah.
Chris Hero is a signed wrestler, or is he an agent?
I hadn't heard about that.
Me neither. I had heard that he was getting ready to get back in the ring. He'd said something about, I never said I retired, but I didn't know that he had signed or that he's been on programming of any kind. WCW Thunder 2.0. Yeah. Yeah. And how did that turn out? I am telling you, mark my words, within a decade and probably a lot less, this program and I don't mean this show in particular. I mean AEW will be playing in front of 500 to 800 people, and they'll be on like Access TV.
Well, I mean, when your ring announcers can't even call them by their right names, like Neil just said,
Yeah,
calls him here. Let's call you by your WWE name on AEW. Amateurs.
well, who's the ring announcer? Isn't it? What's his name?
I don't know. I ain't watching.
The dude that used to do WWE, called John Cena.
Oh, is it? Well, then he should be.
In general,
Maybe.
I know he's been on AEW. I don't know if he's on this show. I wasn't.
Well, if it is, that would explain it. Then he had.
That's what my thought was too. Force of habit.
Right.
Every time I hear him calling John Moxley and using the John, with that trademark sound and all that, I was like, he's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna fuck it up and just. I keep waiting for him to slip. Hey, Buddy Matthews, nicely done, Tony. Way to save the day. Try to remind the fans it's not WWE, even though it fucking looks like it. All we need right now is some big muscle-bound guy to come walking down the ramp going, let me tell you something, brother. Damn, if it happens, I'll pop. Yeah, I'm telling you, again, what I think of AEW.
As long as it don't crash 20,000 times and wipe out my shit, it'll definitely be better than 2K23.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of AEW, but I think I'm going to be a fan of this game.
Right.
I have a lot better expectation of the game than I do the wrestling organization.
Because again, we can book it better on there than they can on live TV.
Oh, they got double injuries.
Oh, go figure.
That's what. Yeah, and there's another thing too. Hold on a minute, I gotta get a look at this. Is there a replay going on? Welcome back, Trotty. How was the honeymoon?
He got hurt there. He gets hurt in the ring.
Again, am I beating up on him? I don't know. Am I? Do you see this shit happening on Impact, on WWE? WWE has more TV hours than AEW. Do you see this happening on their shit?
It's been very rare here recently.
Yeah. I'm not going to say people don't get injured.
Right.
But damn, AEW is like they can't get through a fucking match without somebody getting hurt.
Yep. I can.
They took the title off Wardlow already. I can't believe they put it on him to begin with, but that's, when did he win it? At the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
So what was that, like 3 weeks ago?
Something like that, yeah. And that's what they did to him last time.
Wow. I mean, look, I don't see him having a personality. I just don't. He has the look, but for me, that's it. I mean, could WWE do something better with him? Maybe.
I did have to admit I liked him better when he was part of Taz's group and Taz was his mouthpiece. That worked.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, as John Cena said to Roman Reigns many years back there, it's called a promo, son. If you're going to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do one.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So they're still selling injuries. You got him out on the outside right now. And
what a way.
Referee's screaming like a fucking fool. 7. Well, they're back in the ring. Let's see how hurt. Nigel McGuinness might have to jump up there and get involved.
I always liked Nigel. He was always one of my favorites in ROH.
Hawk thinks it's a work. I wish I were paying closer attention when it happened
Mm-hmm.
to see if the commercial time was, the right time slot, or if they broke early because of it to buy them some time. Uncle Dave will tell us tomorrow if it was a work or a shoot.
But if they both get,
At least AEW sells the injuries.
true.
When they're real, it's easy to sell.
True. Yeah.
Anyone see Jeff Hardy trying to springboard off the middle rope? Whoops. Twice. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And again, talk about TNA 2.0, man. Jeff Hardy fucked up during a live broadcast. Where would you ever see that before?
TNA.
There you go.
Against Sting.
Yep. World title match lasted about a minute.
Yep. Which makes it funny because I was about to say, how can somebody like Sting, being as old as he is, put on a good match and these young guys fuck up here and fuck up there? I don't get it.
Buddy drops him with a DDT. Clutching his knee. Anybody ever seen Hardy sober? No, I can't say as that I have.
I was going to say when he was 12, but I don't even think he might have been then. So
Sting doesn't leave his feet. The man is like 60 years old. You're lucky he's in the ring.
Right. And just because he doesn't leave his feet doesn't mean it's not a good match. He don't need to leave his feet to have a good match.
Yeah, he was never much of a flyer. I mean, and by the way, he does. He still goes off the damn top rope.
Yeah.
Now, he recently stated that he's about wrapped up.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm starting to think this is a work, but it's even as a work, it's kind of like eh.
See, why'd they have to do that then for a work? Just let them go out and have a great match. Just don't think about it, Jay. It makes your head hurt.
I'm trying to think to myself if that was a legit move right there, or if that was just a happy fuck up. Andrade went for the big boot and missed, and then kind of spun backwards, and his elbow appeared to make contact with Murphy's jaw.
I saw something. Was it on Raw? It's been within the last couple of weeks. Somebody did the same thing. They went for a kick and missed, but it wasn't. They weren't supposed to miss, and they missed, and they had to stumble to let the person turn around so they could finish off the move they were supposed to do. It was fucking ridiculous.
Jade says, I wasn't saying Sting had a bad match. Just the fact that he doesn't get hurt is because he doesn't leave his feet, and he also doesn't let people do stupid shit to him. Yeah, you might want to think true. You might want to think back on Seth Rollins before you make that quote.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, he don't take a lot of risks. He don't need to.
Yeah, but at the same time, he does. I mean, he comes off that top rope on a couple of occasions in the last few months.
Yeah, but he don't try to springboard over and
Maybe
put
not
somebody through
springboard,
12
but again,
tables on top of each other and break their leg.
At his age, he's still diving off the top rope to the floor on top
Yeah.
of people. Andrade got the win, didn't even see how. It's probably because I don't care. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with it. God, this is a 1 hour show, right? Please tell me it's a 1 hour show. I can't do 2 hours of this. I can't.
He said it crashed.
Neil, that's God's way of telling you, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's why it wouldn't let me pull mine up.
Andrade was trying to be nice. Miro needs to go back to WWE. Yup.
He should have went back a long time ago.
Yup. The figure 8-1. I wonder where he'd have learned that move. Uh-oh, lights out. What big surprise do we have for our premiere?
It's Steve.
No, it's got to be Hogan.
Is he still under a Legends contract?
Probably.
If it's Goldberg, I'll lose it.
No, I think, is that not Redbeard?
Is it?
Well, you got Malachi. Oh, Brody King. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, you definitely needed the lights out for that. You couldn't have just had them storm the ring.
And I have noticed that they've been doing less of playing entrance music on WWE when people rush the ring. So.
Oh, more lights out. Gee, somebody needs to pay the fucking power bill. Never mind, the owner commercial.
Yeah, Neil, I guarantee you it was 2K's fault that your shit crashed.
Oh, Lord. The guy they had playing Uncle Howdy is now in Ring of Honor. Bo Dallas is in Ring of Honor? I don't think so.
Huh. Yeah, because the last I heard, they were both still under contract.
Yeah. By the way, Uncle Howdy apparently is in the game. And a lot of people are speculating he'll be a surprise addition.
Oh, with the Bray Wyatt pack?
Yeah.
I could see that.
If it wasn't Bo Dallas, that doesn't make any sense because Bo is under contract and hasn't been on TV at all.
Right.
Unless he's under a mask.
And as far as I know, Vincent
and it
had
sure as
been,
fuck looked like him.
Right. And Vincent had been in Impact up until just recently.
Right. That's true too. So yeah, I would double check on that because everything I've ever seen, read, heard is all said it's Bo Dallas. And of course, it makes sense because A, he's former WWE, and B, it's Bo's, what's the name? Bray's real brother. So,
right. And that was supposed to be kind of like the angle they were going with it, to play up them actually being brothers.
yeah. Jay, or JH, I'd like to know where you got that information from. Only because, like I said, everything I've heard from Cornette to Meltzer and everything else, everything I've heard or read has said it's Bo Dallas.
Right.
And these are guys that have connections in the locker room still. So, and we know Bo Dallas was signed to a WWE contract. So if it's not him, then what the hell is he doing?
Right. And nothing was ever said about Vincent being signed to a contract. I know Triple H
WWE wouldn't have signed him to a contract if he's still appearing on Impact or other shows.
Right. I knew that Bray had wanted Vincent to come and be part of that group in some form, but I don't think nothing ever materialized from it. Not that I heard. Because he was in Impact as part of the Honor No More until recently, and now he is on Ring of Honor doing the whole thing against the Dark Order there.
Listen. Tony Nese. So this is your debut show, and these are the people and the matches you're putting on. Tony fucking Nese. You're looking at a guy who could be mid if he works at it.
Well, he couldn't get over in WWE, so. I don't know. Last thing I saw with him is he was running something at his school in Cincinnati. What was it, like 2 weeks back or something like that? Like a special tryout.
He was starting to get a little portly.
Yeah.
Not that I'm one to talk, but I'm also not one that's in the ring. So, oh my goodness, Miro against this schmuck.
If they have Miro lose,
it doesn't even matter. Look, they've been averaging about 800,000, which is nothing,
right,
in viewership. This show will probably come close to 1 million because CM Punk's back. It's the first episode. Even I'm watching, but I think by next week you're going to see this thing dipping in the 700s, 600s. Yeah, I mean, if he was one of the multiple Howdies where he only had a spot appearance or something and he was kind of like in the crowd or one of those deals, all right, fine. When you're talking about Uncle Howdy, I'm thinking of the actual person being in the character, being in the mask. So
the one that came in the ring and
the one that's actually doing
Sister Abigail on Bray.
But if you want to specify that it was just one of the many faces of Howdy, then sure, I could see that. Brought to you by the folks that gave you a second Undertaker. Tony fucking Nese against Miro. They didn't want to save this for a pay-per-view?
They're trying to pull out all the big guns tonight, boy.
Pillman's been on the YouTube shows of Brock Anderson. Do they have now a free YouTube option for Ring of Honor? Like you can watch some of their shit for free? Because I'm not paying for it. I can tell you that right now.
No, I think you have to. They don't have it on YouTube. You have to go through Honor Club to watch anything with Ring of Honor.
Well, in that case, I'm not watching Ring of Honor. How about that? And that's sad because that's the one show that they have that I think I might actually get into.
Right. Well, at least the last time I checked, you had to go through Honor Club. I haven't looked because I haven't been that interested. So.
Yeah, same here.
Now, I did hear a piece of news that I kind of hope it's true, but Lord knows anymore. I heard that Carlito re-signed with WWE, so I don't know how true that is.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, that's kind of cool because it'd be nice to see them put him with LWO and kind of break Ray off and let him kind of go off into the sunset.
I don't think the fans would like it. Tony Nese had a good push on 205 Live at one time, and 12 people saw it.
Because I think 205 Live was on maybe a year. Maybe.
And that was about 11 months longer than it should have been.
Yeah. And then they just went ahead and meshed it back into NXT.
Primetime has heard the same news about Carlito, so it's official. Breaking right here. Carlito's back.
I read it on Sportskeeda, and I don't trust a lot of shit they say, so I took it with a grain of salt. When he shows up on TV, I'll believe it.
Carlito is all WWE.
I know he's got a match. I think it was this weekend against Matt Cardona for one of his titles somewhere. So,
really thought Cardona was going to be back in WWE by now.
Vince don't want him back. You ain't bringing him back, H. Bad enough you brought his wife. At least I can look at her ass.
Big surprise, Miro getting the win over Tony Nese. In what will definitely go down as a 2-star classic. I'm watching these names in these matches and thinking to myself, this is your premiere episode.
Yep. And to tell you how much of an impact Tony Nese on 205 Live made on me, the most I remember from 205 Live was Enzio when he had the Cruiserweight Championship. That's what stands out to me, nothing else.
How you doing?
When he stood in the ring and was calling everybody different names and shit like that.
I am a certified G. Well, we're already past 9 o'clock, so I'm going to say this is a 2-hour shit show. Fuckers.
Why'd you do this to me?
I'm asking the same question.
Don't you like me? Why you do this to me? Damn me, why you do this to me?
It was
gonna need
either
an
this or I
exorcist to
had
get
that
this out of our
proctology
brain.
exam done, and I'm thinking I picked the wrong one. The Outcasts. Who's Tony Storm married to? I just heard it the other day and I almost shit.
Fuck.
I'm like, what?
I'll know it as soon as it's said, but for the life of me, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. I know somebody will know it.
I was just going to say, it'll pop up in the comments in a second here.
Come on, Big JH. You've had all the information tonight. What about this?
I didn't know. And then when I read it, I was like, what the fuck? Really?
I was the same way when I found out about Rhea and Buddy Murphy. I didn't know they were together. And when I found out,
I didn't either.
Holy
honestly, I wouldn't have thought that Rhea was in to dudes.
Yeah, neither did I. And that proved me. Of course, she could swing both ways. She is
Juice
with
Robinson.
Dom after all.
Juice Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. In a million years, would never have imagined that tandem.
Right.
I didn't think Tony was into dudes.
Well, just because you play one on TV don't mean you're one in real life.
Sky Blue is cute. I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of her matches in a long time, but I hear she's getting better.
Yeah, she has.
She had a really short stint in NWA.
Oh, here's some interesting facts for you. Did you know that Fallon Henley was on AEW first?
No.
Yep. I went through some of her old posts and stuff from her Twitter account, and she has stuff. I ain't the one stalking. You're the one marrying her, so I don't want to hear nothing about it. I was just looking for
that
information.
Ass. Holy shit, look at that ass. Oh, damn. Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, she had clips from her time when she was in AEW. I was kind of shocked.
Well, the fact that we didn't even know anything about it doesn't shock me because they never knew how to use talent anyway.
Right. And more than likely, she was probably on Dark. And I think I watched maybe 2 episodes of Dark. And Dark was a great premise, but they just didn't, just like everything else, they just don't execute it right.
In the beginning, it wasn't that bad. Like I said, when I went to go see the Dynamite taping a couple of years ago now, when Punk came back, they started out with a Dark taping, and they had Toa Leona on that one. And man, he impressed the fuck out of me.
See, the whole premise of Dark was supposed to be their version of NXT, build up the young talent.
Well, originally, Tony had said it was going to be heavy laden with the females. It was almost going to be like a women's brand, not entirely, but that they were supposed to have the lion's share, and that never happened.
Right.
Guess it has something to do with the fact they needed to get ratings. And a huge part of their women's roster shouldn't even be on TV.
I agree.
Yeah, I totally remember CJ Parker, man. I was into that. I thought he was cool as hell. And then when I heard that he was now going by the Juice Robinson name when he was in New Japan, I even watched 1 or 2 of his matches over there.
Yeah.
Just because I enjoyed his work in NXT so much. So, yeah, that was definitely a missed opportunity for the WWE. So, according to JH, Fallon started in NXT, went over to Impact, and then bounced back to NXT. My guess
I don't know if she started in NXT. I just know she'd spent time in AEW. I watched the footage.
My guess is if she left NXT, got to AEW, she looked around, well, fuck this, y'all don't know shit, and left.
That could have been.
Y'all fucked in the head. Mm-mm-mm. WhatsApp.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts. You give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
Get your popcorn, your cotton candy, and your carbonated beverage. Oh, what are you thinking about tomorrow, Jay? We want to do a movie?
Sure, let's do a movie tomorrow.
If anyone wants to join us for the movies, you have to have Twitter. That's all I can tell you. It's the only way it'll work. Because I cannot stream anything like that because it is all copyright protected. But there's a way that, I can share it through StreamYard and y'all can watch along. So hit me up on Twitter if you want an invitation to the At the Movies.
It'll be a random pick.
It will be a random pick. I'm going to make sure it's one that either we haven't seen already that has potential or something that just I know doesn't suck because I think we've had a couple.
Potential. Ah!
What's that?
I said you said potential.
Yeah,
That's like saying Ready to Rumble was a 5-star fucking movie classic.
But it was so bad that it was a classic.
You're right. I've thought about watching it again
and
just
that
for
ass. Damn. What a magnificent view.
It's so nice.
Old friend of mine used to say all the time, man, if I ever said, hey, man, I saw this girl the other night, she was freaking gorgeous. Well, would you eat a mile of her shit to see where it came from?
Yep, I've heard that.
In Sky Blue's case, I'd at least consider it.
A friend of mine would say, would be like, I'd crawl across broken glass just to sniff where it came out of. Yeah. So same idea, but.
And she makes it to the ropes. I'm not a fan of Tony's new hairstyle at all.
I don't even think I've seen it.
It looks like a blonde Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god. Okay. Hiya, folks.
Oh boy. He wasn't putting you down.
Yeah, I ain't putting nobody down.
You misinterpreted.
No, I mean, 9 times out of 10, who has the answers to the questions that we put out? You do, Big J.
The Juicy Fruit Brothers. I have no idea what that reference is. Coming soon, prime time. We'll be doing Monday night, obviously.
Yeah.
The other ones I just kind of work in. What's that chick's name? Willow Nightingale?
Yeah.
Oh, nice move. Sky Blue gets the win.
All right.
Nicely done, young lady. Oh, yeah, her mom's there ringside 'cause I guess she got spray painted recently or some shit by Ruby.
Oh, I think I've seen something on that. Yeah.
Oh, Tony accidentally sprayed Soho in the eyes, and then nice version of a sunset flip. Sky Blue looking good. And I don't mean just the ass. The Owen Hart tournament kickoff.
Okay.
I feel like Ricky Starks has to go to WWE. He's got the ability, the talent. He just doesn't have the platform.
Yeah.
There's nobody at AEW who's going to bring out of him that star factor. And I don't think he can do it on his own.
He does great promos.
He's pretty solid on promos. I just think he needs the Triple H, HBK
rub.
Yeah, just have them there to develop it more.
Right. Now that I would like to see.
Yeah, I mean, to put a TV title on Punk, I'm all right with that, but I don't want to see him with another world title, man. I'm burned out at him having a title that he can't defend or keep or enough.
Right.
A quasi ROH program. Does that mean I'm going to have to watch it on YouTube under ROH Plus Select or whatever the fuck they call it?
House of Honor.
ROH LGBTQ. The other alphabet soup.
See, that's what I don't understand. I mean, Big JH brought a good point. If they're going to have the ROH talent on there, why not? Why didn't you just make it a televised ROH show? Why? Why not?
Well, I think it's because they were already squashed on that idea by the network. That's why they're doing what they're doing with it. The network wouldn't let them do that. They didn't have the confidence in the ROH brand. That was the original game plan. I mean, it would obviously do a much better job for Tony to have it out on TBS.
Yes. Yeah.
Or TNT. But, yeah, again, the network just was like, yeah, no.
Now, really, who's...
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
And we're back. Did I mention 50-plus-year-old wrestlers making up their roster? Here's Jeff Jarrett. I'm saying it. I just
Is he still with Jay Lethal?
looks like it.
Oh my god. Another talent they fucking wasted.
And then we saw, what was it? Mark Briscoe with his dad, I guess, last week on the show, wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, all he could do was throw clotheslines, apparently. That's all I saw in the highlights.
His dad is kind of up there in age, though.
Hey, listen! Primetime's in shock that Tony didn't put the ROH on True TV or Discovery Channel instead of Honor Club.
I mean, he could have. I'm sure either one of them would have fucking taken it.
Well, again, you have to get the buy-in by the networks, and I guess most of these networks are not wrestling people to begin with. But if you tell them, hey, I want to put wrestling on, they're like, oh, WWE? No. AEW.
You go, yes.
It's like AEW. It's like, oh, I think I've heard of you guys. Okay, but we're going to actually put our ROH program on it. What the fuck is ROH? No.
He has a whole vault of stuff he could have said. These people, CM Punk, da-da-da, all came from ROH. We're building the stars of tomorrow. It's all about presentation.
Billy Gunn's another fucking Dick Clark. I guess sucking Vince off all those years has some special magical thing in it, but
Road Dogg looks like he's on his last legs, and Billy Gunn looks like he did back 20 years ago.
Yeah. It backfired on Shawn Michaels too, though. All his hair fell out.
That's true. Yeah.
Apparently the genetic jackhammer.
I got my smile back, but I lost my hair.
Great promo. Good job.
They're another team I think would do good in WWE's The Acclaimed. I really do. I think they would
probably. I mean,
I think they would
do
add,
what they do in the WWE, though.
No, but they're talented enough in the ring that they would add some more credibility to the tag division. And they're young enough that they could push them for a while.
I'm surprised that they've never done a WWE run the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, I am too, actually. That would have been nice.
Really good team. Oh, I'm going to have a hard time making it through the end of this show.
Oh, you only got about 40 minutes left.
Fuck off.
You can do it.
This, as I'm watching this stuff, is reminding me of every reason why I stopped watching AEW. Network drives the bus. Paul B, you're right.
Buy your own network then. Truly become Ted Turner.
Good, right?
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Just start your own network. Fuck it. And if not, go to Dad. Dad's got the money. Dad. Have you had a chance to check out any of that Wrestleverse or Wrestle? Oh God, the South Park Wrestle Park on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched some, but I wasn't doing nothing for me.
Okay. I was just curious.
The Hardys against the Guns? Oh boy.
Yeah, I saw that one advertised.
Jeff Jarrett against Mark Briscoe. Hey, I'm telling you, man, the writing's on the wall, man. This company is going to take a dive. Doesn't matter how, I mean, Dixie proved it. Doesn't matter how much money you bring to the game. If you're not getting the ratings, then the network is going to drop you. All that and more next week on Sci-Fi Network.
See, where did
Dynamite on Home and Garden Television.
Was it? No, was it Discovery? I'm trying to think where TNA went after they lost their Spike contract.
It wasn't Access right away.
No, it was
some other shit. As a matter of fact, I think that network went belly up.
It might have.
I think the whole network crashed
because it was something like American Discovery or something like that. Because when I saw the promo for it that they were going to be on there, I'm like, really? That's the best place you could find to put your, like, okay.
You claim better than Hit Row.
Shit row, yeah. You're right.
Who's not?
Yeah, at least they can clear the top rope.
Yeah, I have not seen Forbidden Door in the past. I will not be seeing it in the future. I'm not a Japan wrestling fan so much, so I get nothing out of that. And then the AEW is just what it is. All right, I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
If I don't get the blood pumping, I'm going to absolutely fall asleep sitting here.
Vince is going to go do jumping jacks.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotta move. I gotta move. Crazy. Vince had to go take a break after watching Sky Blue. That's what it was. Because if that don't get your blood pumping, I don't know what will. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Let's see. See if I can get this sucker to work now. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Everybody when you jump around. Everybody. Nothing. Still nothing. I don't know how many of you guys live out in BFE, the boonies, like I do, but we can't get decent internet service to save our butts, and it drives me nuts. Pay $200 a month, and I can't even get stuff to load. I don't get it. I guess that's the sacrifice I have to make to stay away from people. I don't know. Freaking insane. Ben should have put on 2 commercials because I don't know what to say right now. I can't see the show. Can't see the chat. I don't know what you guys are saying. I don't know anything. As mad as I've been about 2K23, I miss making the content. So I have been toying with the idea of re-downloading it and starting again. I don't think I could handle the hassle. I don't know. He's back!
I splash water on my face, man. This was putting me to sleep. Main event time. Samoa Joe and the Bullet Club, which, by the way, talking back about Austin,
Ace Austin
and Chris Bay. Yep. I don't think they're able to use the Bullet Club anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's why they went with ABC.
Huh. I was wondering if they, still were part of it or not. Yeah.
No, I think somebody's called copyrights or something. I could be wrong, but just seems like lately, even with the AJ thing, they've kind of gotten away from the club references a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. And then they bring out JR to do the commentary on this match. It's like, really? How old is that man that you're shuttling him around on planes and trains and automobiles just to call one fucking match?
You got to pay me a lot of money if you want to do that.
Destination America. That was the TNA.
That was it. That was it.
Which is a dinosaur now.
Yeah. I knew it had America in it. I just couldn't remember how it went. Because I remember the commercial for it because Kurt Angle was in the commercial. I'm like, what is this?
That's right.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then they showed that it was Impact Wrestling. I was like, well, I'll be damned.
Well, if they would have been a little smarter and a little bit more forward thinking, then they might have had a young Dylan Mulvaney doing their promos.
Yeah.
With a can of Bud Light. Ooh, we got the rumbling going on here, man. We've had some fucked up weather the last few days here.
We have too, actually. It feels like when the suns went down, it feels like it's fall. We've had thunderstorms the last 2 days.
Same here.
And now we're supposed to be shooting up into the freaking 90s next week, and I'm just going, oh Jesus, welcome to fucking Ohio.
Oh, dude, we've been coming up with real temperature feels of 104 and 108 the last 2 days.
Oh, dear Lord.
And some of the most torrential downpouring rain. I mean, we've had the wind, the rain. I mean, yesterday in particular, it was, let's put this way, we've had hurricanes that were on par with what we had.
Yeah. When our news guy went and said, I've never seen a storm that had this many lightning strikes, you know something's up. It's the end of the world as we know it.
It's sure as fuck looking that way, man.
He's like, I'll tell you what city this is that it's passing over, but I can't read it because it's all blurred out because of the lightning strikes on the radar. I'm like, holy shit.
I'm still waiting to see the space aliens get involved.
They ain't. They're like, we're keeping our distance now.
No.
Y'all are more fucked up than what we thought.
Nah, they'll come in and kick some asses, and they probably imprison all of us. Make us do their ore mining and shit so that they get the freaking lithium they need for their batteries.
Yeah.
You know things are fucked up when the United States government comes out and admits, yes, there are UFOs, and nobody even gives a shit about that.
Right.
Because all the other shit in the news is so much more.
Well, we fucking told you about that years ago, but no, you said we were crazy. Aliens is old news.
Yeah, until they move into the neighborhood and start asking for sugar.
As long as they're not like bug aliens from Starship Troopers, I'm okay. When you come at me looking like a giant praying mantis, we're going to have fucking issues.
I'd worry
if you look like ET
from Men in Black. That just kind of absorb your skin.
Oh, yeah. Or the chick from the second one where her like fingers would elongate and shit like that. Oh.
You have a problem with that?
When that's wrapped around my throat and I can't breathe, I'm all for a little bit of light choking and stuff.
A little kinky, that's all.
I'm all for a light, but when I start to black out, we got an issue. I'm not Carradine, okay? I'm not going out that way.
Never say never.
I do.
Well, thus far, out of what I've seen, this match is actually not terrible. But you would expect these guys to put on a good match.
Right. They're actually giving them a half an hour to do it.
Something's got to pull this show out of the dumpster. I feel almost guaranteeing that CM Punk has to get the pin. Question is, which of the three takes it?
All of them.
Possibly.
Stack them up.
John booking this shit, it's all possible. And here we got it. Samoa Joe against CM Punk.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure in CM Punk's last match? Yeah. There. It was against Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it is so believable that CM Punk at 120 pounds is going to do damage to 300-pound Samoa Joe.
Yeah, it was a little more believable back in the day because Joe wasn't as big.
And Punk was much bigger.
Right.
I can hear it now, too. While CM Punk was trained in MMA, he was in UFC. How'd that go?
Right. Jake Hager's had more success in that field than.
True. But he's also 200-plus pounder.
True.
With a collegiate background.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So. Damn. We're getting us some lightning here, man. Honestly, I think I'm going to call it a night because I don't want my shit getting fried. So I'm going to unplug everything, man. This is getting too close.
Okay. That's cool.
We got like some serious flashing going on out there. And
I'm telling you, the other night, I could have swore that lightning hit my neighbor's field across the street.
Damn.
Because it was like, whoa.
Well, I'm going to call this match for CM Punk, see if I'm right or wrong. Again, if you guys want to join us for At the Movies tomorrow, hit me up on Twitter. And once I figure out time and all that kind of stuff, I'll send you guys the information. You can join us. In the meantime, I'm going to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Jay.
Good night, Jay.
See you, everybody. Be safe.